When my husband Daniel was on his deathbed, he said, "Kate, I need to be honest with you. I've been living in a secret relationship with your ex-boyfriend Chris. You were just our camouflage." Learning that my 14-year marriage was a masked life destroyed me. But the truly horrific part was, sometimes the people we love most are living the biggest lie of our lives. Don't miss the shocking ending of this story. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell right now, because the truth I would learn from Daniel's deathbed confession would show that my entire 14-year life had been completely fake. I'm Kate Morrison, a 38-year-old teacher. I had been married to Daniel for 14 years and thought we lived a happy life. Until that horrible night when I learned everything. Daniel was a 40-year-old successful engineer. He seemed quiet, loving, like the perfect husband. He did everything he could to make sure I never suspected anything. I had known Chris since university. We dated for 3 years, then moved to different cities. We were very much in love back then, but couldn't maintain a long-distance relationship. I knew that Daniel and Chris were friends. In fact, I met Daniel through Chris. "Kate, I have someone I want you to meet," Chris had said in 2009. "Daniel is a very good man." On our first meeting, Daniel was very kind and attentive. According to what Chris said, he was very reliable. "Chris talks about you a lot. You must be very special," Daniel had said. 6 months later, Daniel and I were married. Chris was the best man at our wedding. "Congratulations to you both," Chris had said at the wedding. "You're perfect for each other." Our first years were wonderful. Daniel was a very thoughtful husband, always anticipating my needs. He did everything I wanted, telling me how much he loved me with such conviction. "Kate, you are the love of my life," he would say often, holding my hands and looking into my eyes. But now that I think about it, he always acted too perfect, as if he was playing a carefully rehearsed role. He had some peculiarities that I dismissed at the time. For example, Chris would come to our house frequently, sometimes unannounced, always just for man-to-man conversations with Daniel. "Male friendship is very important," Daniel would say whenever I questioned Chris's visits. "Chris is my closest friend." Chris was always extremely polite to me, almost overly so, but sometimes they would have private conversations in hushed tones. Daniel and Chris would exchange knowing smiles that seemed to carry hidden meanings. "Kate, can we talk alone for a bit?" Chris would say to Daniel, and they would disappear into Daniel's study. I wasn't bothered by it at first. After all, they were close friends from college, or so I thought. Actually, now with this new perspective, Chris never brought girlfriends to the house. He always came alone, deflecting questions about his dating life. "Why doesn't Chris ever bring a girlfriend over?" I had asked Daniel once. "He's very picky about relationships. He hasn't found the right person yet," Daniel had said, with something evasive in his tone. In our second year, we talked about children. "Kate, can we wait a bit on the children issue?" "My work is very busy," Daniel said. "Sure, there's no need to rush." But years passed and Daniel always found excuses. "Not this year, Kate. The economic situation isn't good. Wait a little longer. After we pay off the house loan." In our 7th year, I insisted, "Daniel, let's have children now. I'm 31 years old. Kate, maybe we don't really want children. We're happy like this." This answer upset me, but because I loved Daniel, I accepted it. Chris still came frequently. He would even come on vacation with us on weekends sometimes. "Isn't it weird for 3 people to vacation together?" I had said once. "Chris is alone, he's our friend," Daniel had said. Chris never had any serious relationships. He always found excuses to break up with girls. "This girl isn't suitable either," he would say. "I'm not ready for marriage yet." In our 10th year, Daniel's behavior changed. He became more distant, more tense. "Daniel, is something wrong?" "No, Kate, just work stress." But he started spending more time with Chris. He would go out in the evenings and come home late. "Where do you hang out with Chris?" I would ask. "Man talk, you know, bar, football, guy stuff." In our 12th year, Daniel started getting sick. He was constantly tired, had no appetite. I finally convinced him to go to the doctor. The result was terrible. Liver cancer, final stage. You have 6 months to live, the doctor said. That night we both cried a lot. Kate, I love you very much. Let's make this time beautiful, Daniel said. In his last 6 months, Daniel was very emotional. He was constantly kissing and hugging me. Kate, you're a wonderful wife. Thank you for everything. Chris was also very sad. He was at Daniel's side in the hospital every day. Daniel is my best friend. What will I do without him? Chris would say. In his final days, Daniel was very restless, as if he wanted to say something. Kate, I need to tell you something. What is it, Daniel? Relax, you're going to get better. No, Kate, I need to be honest before I die. My heart started racing. Kate, I'm actually living with Chris. What do you mean? I'm in love with Chris. We've been together for 15 years. The world started spinning around me. What about me? Our marriage? You were just our camouflage, Kate. When I heard these words, I couldn't breathe. What camouflage? I love you, Kate. You're a very good person, but I never loved you. I only ever loved Chris. Did I live a lie for 14 years? Yes. I'm sorry, but society wouldn't accept us. You were perfect cover. I ran from the hospital room. I couldn't breathe. Daniel died 2 days later. At his funeral, Chris was crying hard. I lost the greatest love of my life. Chris was saying through tears. I was in shock. Had my 14-year life been a lie? After the funeral, I talked to Chris. Chris, is what Daniel said true? Chris lowered his head. Kate, I'm sorry. Have you been together for 15 years? Yes. We've been in love since university. But we had to live in secret. What about me? Why did he marry me? Because you were perfect. No one would suspect. You were his ex-girlfriend, trustworthy. So you used me. Kate, we didn't want to hurt you, but we had no other choice. Do you know what I felt for 14 years? Chris started crying. I know. We did something terrible. Did Daniel ever love me? He loved you as a friend, but romantically, he only loved me. This conversation destroyed me. At home, everything started to feel fake. Our photos, our gifts, our memories, especially our bedroom, felt horrible now. That night, while packing Daniel's belongings with trembling hands, I discovered something that would shatter my world completely. In a hidden section of our bedroom closet was Daniel's private diary, a leather-bound journal I had never seen. Inside were love letters he wrote to Chris, and detailed documentation of their 14-year secret life. My beloved Chris, I married Kate today, but my heart belongs entirely to you. How long will we continue this elaborate comedy? At night when I lie next to her, I only think of you and count the hours until I can hold you again. Chris, my darling, Kate is so innocent and trusting. She doesn't suspect our real relationship. Our plan is working perfectly. Society sees a happily married couple, but they don't see our authentic love. My soulmate, come tonight after Kate falls asleep. I've missed your touch desperately. I'll slip out quietly and run into your arms where I truly belong. The diary had even more devastating entries. Kate mentioned wanting children again today. My heart breaks because I can never give her children. I only want to build a family with Chris. I'll continue making excuses until she gives up. Every day that I perform love with Kate, I live my authentic love with Chris in secret. Her kisses feel hollow, while Chris's kisses ignite my soul. Kate is genuinely wonderful and kind-hearted, but I've never been able to love her romantically. She serves as our perfect social mask. Reading these letters broke my heart into pieces. Every line contained my 14-year lie. The most painful part was this. After Kate falls asleep, I go to Chris's house. Every hour I spend with him is my real life. Time spent with Kate is just acting. The writings about our wedding anniversaries in the diary were very painful. Today is Kate and my 5th wedding anniversary. I bought her a ring, but my mind is on Chris. Tonight I'll celebrate our real love with Chris. On our 10th anniversary, Kate is very happy. She doesn't know this celebration is completely fake for me. The real celebration will be with Chris. Our vacations were also lies. I went to Antalya with Kate. While she sunbathes on the beach, I'm texting Chris. I wanted Chris by my side. The most shocking part was how they planned together. I talked to Chris. Kate is perfect cover. No one will suspect us. She's so naive and loves us. Chris said I don't want to hurt Kate, but we have no other choice. I think the same thing. I started going to therapy. Dr. Sarah Brown was very helpful. Kate, this isn't your fault. They manipulated and used you. But how didn't I notice for 14 years? Was I that blind? Because Daniel was a very good actor and calculating, and you were blinded by love. Love sometimes blinds us. So what do I do now? How can I trust again? First you'll forgive yourself, then slowly build your new life. But everything is fake. My memories, my feelings, my dreams, those were real for you, Kate. Daniel's lies don't change your sincere feelings. I had therapy twice a week for 6 months. I was slowly healing. Chris called me once. Kate, I want the photos I mentioned at Daniel's funeral.
What photos?
Ours. The real photos of Daniel and me together. Are there such photos in our house?
Yes.
We hid them in secret places. Daniel would never show them to you. Unable to resist my curiosity, I went home and searched. Behind closets, between books, I found dozens of hidden photos. Daniel and Chris together on vacations, kissing, hugging, like a happy couple. The dates were from our marriage years. In some photos Chris was in our house, in our bedroom. When I wasn't home from work, they were together in our house. In one video, Daniel said, "My love, Chris." Kate went to work. Now it's time to spend time with my real love. Bring him home. In another video, Chris said, "Daniel, I sometimes feel guilty toward Kate." Daniel answered, "Chris, we have no other choice. She's perfect cover for us. We love her but as a friend." The most painful part was that next to our wedding photos were their secret wedding photos. They had held their own private ceremony. I found evidence that they had their own secret ceremony while I thought I was happily married. Now I'm 39 years old. I'm building a new life. I'll look for real love, but this time I'll be very careful. My 14-year fake marriage taught me many things. People can tell horrible lies in the name of love, but now I can recognize manipulation. Daniel and Chris's game is over. I came out strong from this story. What do you think? Have you encountered such a lie? Should deceptions made in the name of love be forgiven? How can such a relationship stay secret for so long? Share your experiences in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for similar stories. See you in the next video.